I learned that women are always right, men are usually wrong. Men don't know anything, women naturally know everything. What else did I learn? I went to a seminar called BirthFit. It is not CrossFit for pregnant women.
That's important.
That was because everybody thought that I was going to a CrossFit, like pregnant lady thing, and they all thought I was pregnant. So it was like a workout for pregnant people, like a massive BirthFit.
She took 3
workout.
pregnant tests that were positive. So can you blame us for thinking it?
I'm not pregnant. Hold on.
And she swallowed the seeds.
That was an apple. That's what you're supposed to do. That's where the babies come from. Okay. So BirthFit is a movement started out in California about keeping women healthy during pregnancy, before pregnancy, and during pregnancy, and how to recover the proper way after you have a baby. So it's not such a struggle, I guess. Because I think a lot of people when they're working out while they're pregnant, their intention is maybe to not gain weight and to not lose your gains. When BirthFit wants you to imagine, or not even imagine, but focus on having a baby as your athletic event. So that's what you're training for. So it's like your competition, but it's not a competition. So it's like your marathon or something like that. So you're training for your athletic events.
This is the main event.
Giving birth. So
This is the power clean. The big snatch.
No.
The huge delivery. The main dump.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate. So really it's how to tailor your training with intention. So working out with the intention of having, a birth, and that you can have the energy, the stamina, the strength to last through it. And also, like aside from all the gym stuff, it's also about knowing. I was like, why are you touching me? Don't. Like just having informed decisions about what you can do with your pregnancy and your birth, and that you don't have to do everything that a doctor tells you. But you should listen to your doctor.
You should. Some of them don't suck.
Because that wasn't what I meant to say.
Some of them do.
Some of them do. Some of the doctors do suck. Okay, so I had a doctor tell me that I couldn't lift anything over 15 pounds while I was pregnant, but I didn't have anything wrong. I didn't have any medical problems, and I didn't have anything wrong with me. There was no reason. But the doctor that I ended up using told me that I could continue exercising, and that I can continue doing whatever it was I was doing as long as it feels good. The workout. Just not to do anything that could hurt my belly. So no kickboxing, downhill skiing, trampoline.
One man luge.
Yes.
Or one girl luge.
One girl luge.
And you are the
no
luge.
So that doctor told me to keep doing whatever I was doing because exercise is really good for the baby. And when it came time, that's really inappropriate. Mama Red. You're not even that pregnant. Sit down. Sit your ass down, child.
It's not the baby, it's the squats that I just did.
So anyway, I
My
think
glutes is burning.
what I thought was most amazing, or what I thought was most amazing, the biggest takeaway I took from it was that when you're pregnant, to train with the intention of having this marathon. You know what I mean? And I never thought about it like that before. Like I thought about okay, I'm gonna continue doing my bicep curls and stuff like that because I was at the gym and I was doing stuff like that. But you can still do deadlifts and you can do back squats. Back squats are really good for you. You can keep doing everything that you're doing. But once you get a belly, probably stop doing the movements where you have to move the bar around your belly because you're gonna get into bad habits.
Or burpees.
Well, they said you can do burpees.
Like modified, like with the box or something?
Yeah,
or
you
Use
do
the
them.
baby for rebound, right?
Use the baby for rebound.
to cushion your landing.
Absolutely.
Like when you bounce the bar off the
babies
ground?
are very fatty,
Yes.
and their bones are very bendable.
So
So
like shock
it's definitely
Well,
yeah.
Major shock absorbers.
Just definitely use the baby.
In old times, they would actually settle disputes in certain countries by having pregnant women charge each other belly first.
That's it.
Oh, it's so wet.
Oh wait, here.
So,
What's up? Okay.
activity in pregnancy benefits us how? Not,
Okay.
how does it benefit us in our pregnancy?
Okay, one thing that I was scared about my first pregnancy is because I was not working out when I got pregnant. So then the doctor was like, well, you should exercise a little bit, you know, you need it. And I was like, I don't know what to do because I didn't know what to do. I had no idea how to exercise. So it's kind of scary to start exercising when you're growing a human and you've never done it before. So, I think, and then there's like all the old information of the exercise is bad for you when you're pregnant, but it's actually really, really excellent for you if you don't have any medical problems or you, medical issues for your pregnancy. Then there's no reason that you shouldn't be exercising to whatever like level that is
Whatever
comfortable
level
for you.
can.
Yeah. So
Scale
like
that crap down.
if you're not pregnant and you're sedentary, meaning you don't do a lot of activity at all, so you sit at like in an office all day, if you were to start walking every day after work, you would become healthier, right?
True story.
So if you get pregnant and you're still sitting in that office, it will still benefit you and it will benefit your baby to start walking every day. And then you can add in different things. You can add in stretches like yoga, you can add in body weight movements, and you can keep them slow and go at your own pace too. Or if you've been training for a long time and you get pregnant, you can still continue to train. This time you're going to train with the intention to give birth.
I like it.
I do too. I think that's cool. I think that's a really neat mindset.
Strengthening certain muscles also helps in your pregnancy and in the delivery, no?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna squat, like that's a really good way to push out a baby.
Your pelvic floor muscles and your lower back muscles are very important for alleviating back pain after pregnancy. Because most people after the pregnancy, not most, but there are quite a
I would
few.
say probably everybody.
Okay, complain about back pain after their pregnancy. I don't have much of an opinion on pregnancy because obviously I can't have a baby.
You work with pregnant ladies.
I do,
Okay.
very true. If you maintain at least some muscle tone in your, especially overall your body, but especially your lower back, it will help your recovery afterwards. It will help your posture when you're pregnant. It'll help you bear the extra load that you're putting on, because if you're getting pregnant, your body's going to take on some extra load as it is. So you being active and healthy helps your body naturally prepare for that, making a much easier recovery.
He's manspreading while he's pregnant. He's like,
It's just there it is. Okay, Junior can just rest on my
can you just
lap.
cross your legs? Thank you. Okay, that's true.
So yes, and also it also helps to continue to regulate blood pressure, and more blood pressure than anything, because when you're growing a baby inside you, your baby is growing and it's pushing your organs out of the way, and it's causing your system to go out of whack, and also
Like doubling your blood capacity.
there's a whole lot of stuff going on in the belly area, lower belly area. It just jacks your system, and so maintaining activity or getting into activity helps to regulate and to handle that better.
Yeah, and so if you start exercising while you're pregnant, it can help alleviate a lot of the pains that you're gonna feel just from normal pregnancy wear and tear.
They're women, not Chevys.
So, exercising while you're pregnant can help. So, exercise while you're pregnant can help alleviate your normal pregnancy pains. So, like.
He doesn't have to give birth to you.
So, it can help you with fatigue. Can it? Or make
Fatigue?
Or can it make you more tired?
No, it helps with fatigue.
I feel like it does, but it sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? So it helps with fatigue, it helps with constipation,
Oh, Lord, baby Jesus.
back pain, headaches.
And you got a baby in there. You don't want to be cooking a turd baby also.
Excuse me?
I mean, your baby's small, but still, you.
Wait, what do you mean? Like the baby's gonna be a turd, or you're talking about
No, you're like
a baby, but you also have
because you're constipated, so you're gonna have just that big old.
That's really.
Bono, because he's a piece of crap. You're just gonna.
Why? He's a humanitarian.
Yeah, but he's full of it.
What?
Haven't you seen South Park?
He's also a great American.
Research our archives until you make sense of that joke.
Go! Let's see. That's an old one.
That's another classic.
Yeah, so it can help you be regular. Okay, so
are we gonna go over any of the stretches?
maybe. Okay, so exercise while you're pregnant. Exercising while you're pregnant is really good for you because the baby is going to reap benefits too. I think there was a study, I read it when I was pregnant with my second. I think there was a study where it was talking about like aerobic benefits for the baby when the mother does an aerobic workout. So like the baby's heartbeat gets going when the mother's does also. So it's sort of like you're giving them exercise too, but in a safe environment. So
there was also another study done in Norfolk, Virginia, back in the mid '80s.
Is this when you were born?
My mother was, my mother was very active with my brother and not so much with me. And my brother is astoundingly more handsome than I am.
That makes so much more sense now.
And naturally more athletic.
I was about to say, that's why your brother's the handsome, athletic one, and you're like Danny DeVito in Twins.
With the foot.
Oh, the foot. I'm sorry your mom did that to you. Well, what gives for Milo then? Because I didn't exercise with I actually hurt myself when I tried to work out when I was pregnant with Milo, but I did a squat and I did a squat like this, and I was like, ow, and I hurt myself. Just once, yeah.
You learn from your mistakes.
Also have people show you.
Also have people show you. Come to Vikings, where we have mediocre coaches who will assist you in your lifting.
That's not a good.
Sorry. Come to Vikings, where we have decent coaches who will assist you in your lifting.
How about that we care enough to continue to learn?
Come to Vikings, where we have coaches who care enough to continue their education and research, including trips to San Antonio and Austin, to further their education in
Houston, Atlanta,
word up,
St. Louis, Chicago, Oakland.
We're all over the place right now. We're collecting knowledge to drop on your pregnant selves and your non-pregnant selves because we don't discriminate. So if you just want to come and work out, we'll help you out.
Okay. So did you want to see the exercises? Did you want to perform them?
So, Brenna went to Houston to gather some knowledge for all of us. during those exercise movements, be sure to focus on the breathing in case Mike screws up and does not highlight that on the instructions for the exercises that
The
we're
belly
doing.
breathing is the most important.
Most
Keeping
important.
the tension right here and breathing through it.
Keep your belly tight.
It's labored breathing.
like-
No pun intended.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't. But the belly breathing is the most important. So
Exactly.
make sure you're breathing through all those movements.
Breathe in through your belly, not through your shoulders. We want to see this.
Yeah.
Not this.
That's what I do.
That's it. Don't do that. Bad. My breathing,
I am
good.
bad.
Okay. Take your time with the exercises, with the movements. Therefore, control and breathing. Benefit is out of this world. Do some research. It's good stuff. If you have any questions or you have any actual legitimate questions, normally it says BS, but like if you have any legitimate questions for birthing fitness, Brenna is the expert.
No, I'm not an expert yet, but I'm learning. But
She has not all the
Why
answers,
did
but
you
she
call it
has.
that?
Oh, an orange. She doesn't have all the answers,
That wasn't
admittedly,
an
but she
orange.
does have
that was
some.
like something else.
She does have a lot of answers, and she's very passionate about this. So drop
Wait,
her.
that's what I was gonna say.
drop
Stop,
her a
move
direct
it.
message.
Move. I am very passionate about it, and I want you to be healthy during your pregnancy, and I want our future generations of Valley people to be healthy, and that starts with you. So even if you're not pregnant, it starts with you, and then you're pregnant, and it starts with the baby in your.
Tune in next week for Tuesdays with the Coach. With the coaches. It'll be us again. Drop us lines. Don't do lines. Drop us lines, like comments. Come by and see us. We'll be out of the garage soon. And we'll be back into a legitimate center of business that is also located right behind the taco
You
stand.
do come and see us. Make sure you sign a waiver.
There is a clause in there. Never mind.
Oh, good job.